All right, I think we're live. My computer is running like molasses today, and that took way longer to get started than anticipated. But we're here, and I am here with records to open, and I'm excited to chat with y'all. So let's see who pops in, and then we'll get started opening a bunch of packages. And yeah, what's up, Nick? Nick, I appreciate that you're always the first one in. I think that there's something to be said about your dedication and your skill. Uh, Corey, what's up, dude? Alex is here, which makes it amazing. We got member Barry. Yeah, we got some stuff to open for sure. And actually, I want to also show off this sick tie-dye TMR shirt. This was a custom. This is not one we're selling. We still have more of these. If anybody's looking to buy this shirt, we have some more of it left. Not the tie-dye, just the white, black, and purple, limited sizes. But we are also... I'm going to pick up the newest TMR shirt today. They just finished the screen printer. There's 50 of them. They're going to be amazing. I'm so excited to show them off later today. But, yeah, we got some good TMR shirts incoming. What's up, Nikki? What's up, Lisa? Shannon? Yeah, hell yeah. All right, let's get started. Because I have a busy day today. I gotta drop off packages from the whatnot I just did. I gotta go pick up the shirts. Then I gotta get to the shop and price a bunch of records. You put an order in for 3, Nick. You might only need one. It's only one design this time. 50 total. But I know you're gonna want one. So I mean, Nick, you might be the only person that has every single iteration of every shirt. Ooh, we got someone from Taiwan here. That's amazing. All right, let's. Oh my gosh, this box is so big. Let's open up this big boy. I think I know what this is, and I think this is only going to appeal to a very niche audience. I think, or maybe not. Also, guys, I'm going to brag about this for the rest of the day. I went to Depeche Mode last night, and the seats we were on the list for the band because one of the tech people who's amazing, shout out to Martin, he's a fan of the channel and he hooked me up. So Alex and I went and we had incredible seats. Go to my Instagram story. We were literally like right by the stage, and Depeche Mode threw it down. It was amazing. It was such a good show. Oh, this is a big boy. This is a big boy for sure. This box is too big to deal with. You went to Bjork last night. Okay, I'm jealous of that. I thought I had the coolest night last night, but Bjork, that's pretty sick. That might arguably beat Depeche Mode. I have seen Bjork before. It was amazing. So, this right here is the Persona vinyl box set featuring the soundtracks of Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I ordered this like a year ago, so this took forever to get here. Persona is one of my favorite video game series and arguably a top 3 soundtrack for me. I'd put it like, I think the best 3 game soundtracks for me are Final Fantasy VII, Nier Automata, and Persona 5. Persona is, if you don't know the soundtracks, they're very often this kind of jazz funk, almost future funk at times. So catchy. Every single thing, whether it's the menu or the battle screen, is like the best music ever. And it's the kind of music that you don't need to be playing the game to appreciate. You could just throw on the Persona 5 soundtrack and listen to it and like jam out. So I already own the Persona 5 box set, but I just wanted to get this big boy. And I guess I'm going to because how this works is that this is, where's Persona 5 in here? Persona 4. Why is there just like a filler? Am I missing one of the... I see Persona 1, 2, 3, 4. But where's Persona 5? I'm gonna have to investigate this. It seems like Persona 5 is missing and there's just an insert, which is... I don't know what's going on here. But Did I just... Or is this meant for my copy of Persona 5 to go in there? No, I think the box set was supposed to be everything. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about this for too long. This is boring the crap out of you guys. But listen to the Persona 5 soundtrack if you have time. It's really excellent. Very confused about that, though. Why isn't the 5th one in there? See, Nick just said he loves the music and hasn't even played the game. That's what I'm saying. It transcends the game. Wow, this guy here super fast. I'm in a Facebook group where people buy and sell records, and I got this Urban Outfitters variant of Justified, which I'll die on this hill. This is an incredible record. I know JT's under a lot of fire right now, but I love Justified, and it's the blue variant, and the Urban Outfitters version is like $40 plus shipping on their site. But the person in this Facebook group sold it to me for $29 shipped, which is like an amazing deal. So I have a black copy of this, and now I'm just going to put that in the store, and I'm now upgrading to this really nice sky blue variant, the Crimea River variant, as I'll call it. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what it should be called. Yeah, I love this record. Senorita is like an unbelievably good song. So good. Janosch made it back from Arms and Sleepers and Hidden Orchestra. I really like both those groups. As you guys know, Arms and Sleepers, Too Many Records did a pressing of one of their albums on the label. So Mirza is the homie. He's a very, very, very nice guy. How was the show? Oh, right. This is now like the billionth copy I own of this record because I'm insane. This is Dog's Body by Model Actress, one of my favorite albums of the year. Alex and I went to go see them earlier this year, and it was so good. It's kind of like LCD Sound System meets Nine Inch Nails meets Health. It's like an industrial kind of spoken word, just like... This album is incredible, and I own now like a million variants. I own the clear, I own the blue, and now this is the purple, and I only got it because it was signed by the band. It was posted on vinyl releases, and it's signed. So I'll probably keep this one because it's signed and sell the other ones in the shop. But if you don't know this record by Model Actress, Dog's Body, it is so good. It definitely made my top 10 of the year. Speaking of, I'm going to be working on my top 10 albums of the year video for December. So for the 14 of you that watch that every year, get ready. It's coming. It's coming. And I always love to see what other people's top albums of the year are. We got a bandbox box. What could be in here? Oh, right, I ordered this. This is a record that I don't know that well, Stories and Alibis by Matchbox Romance. I remember liking it, but it was one of those ones where I wanted to listen again and see if I remember liking it as much as I do. But yeah, Matchbox Romance, good kind of emo-y stuff. Lyle asks, top albums or top records? That's a great question. I usually just do a top albums, but I show off the record whenever possible if I own it. Top records of the year is in like records that were released that year. That would be an interesting video to do, and I don't think I kept my records enough. I don't think I did a good enough job to be able to do like the best records that released this year, but that's a good idea for next year. Maybe I can keep that in mind. If everybody could do me a quick favor and hit the like button. We're at 48 people in here and 9 likes. So do me a favor. I think that YouTube will then consider me a valid human being should that happen, but I don't know. YouTube has a vendetta out for me, as many of you who have been following me for years know. YouTube loves to smother me with a pillow. Oh, Goose Don't Be Frightened is in here. He liked it because he likes me. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. Oh man, I didn't expect this to be here yet. This is exciting. I didn't know these were shipping yet. It's Goose! It's... If you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I've made multiple videos where I've talked about albums that need to be on vinyl that's like unbelievable that they're not on vinyl yet. And this album, Zombies, Aliens, Vampires, Dinosaurs, has been on the list every time I've talked about it because this album had some huge hits, including Here in Your Arms and Baby It's Fact, Touchdown Turnaround, these amazing saccharine emo pop songs. And this album was never on vinyl. And all their other records, which were not nearly as you know, fan beloved, were on vinyl. And I was like, what is happening? This album this year finally got its first pressing. I ordered like a bunch of variants of it, and then I ordered like 2 variants, and then they announced a signed variant, so I got that one. So this one will probably not be my personal copy. It'll probably go in the store, but this is the Urban Outfitters variant. This album is so fun, so sweet, so much nostalgia for me, and I can't believe it took this long to get on vinyl because this album was huge when this came out. Like, this was genuinely like, Here in Your Arms was like one of the biggest songs of the year. Yeah, I can't believe that it took this long for Drive-Thru to press this, but it's here now, and I'll stop harping on their the speed of which they will, you know, accomplish things of that nature. But yeah, Hello Goodbye is great. Very cheesy, but in a good way. And maybe if I didn't grow up on it, maybe if like you're listening to it for the first time now, you would be like, this is really cheesy. But it hits when you're 16. It hits. It really does. This is now my second copy of this record. This actually feels like it might be a sturdy... So, okay. So, I found this record at an FYE a few months ago, which is crazy because it was like $35 and it's a $100+ record, and it was just sitting there. It was the clear vinyl variant. I always wanted the magenta variant because it matches the cover better. And then, for some reason, a really affordable copy popped up on Discogs of... I guess it doesn't really match as well as I thought it would. It's under light, it's like kind of like a purpley translucent with black wisps. I thought it was going to be more of like a magenta to match the cover. But that being said, Gang of Youths is awesome. The MTV Unplugged is sick, and it hasn't ever had a repress, or at least in a long time. So now I have 2 copies of this very, very hard to find record, and one of them is going to be in the shop for sure. I guess I'm going to listen to both and see if one sounds better than the other. But Gang of Youths, so good. So good. I think I just saw that Go Further and Lightness got a repress, maybe, unless I read something wrong. And if that did, you all should pick up that record because it's stellar. I see a bunch excuse me. Whoa, I tried to talk and my voice just gave out. I see a bunch of comments. I have to get through all these records first. If you would like me to answer your question right away, you can drop me a super chat. It can be 25 cents. It could be $250,000. It doesn't really matter. I'll see it pop up with a big color, and I will answer your question to the best of my abilities. It's also a nice tip for a creator to say, hey, thank you for being you, which I appreciate. AFI, All Hollows EP. This is something I've wanted to get for a while, and I think it just got a repress because it was fairly easy to find. But yes, a very solid, short little EP from AFI. Little horror punk action going on. This is one of my favorite eras of AFI. So, super, super good EP. And glad I own it. I see all the comments and I want to answer them so badly. I promise I'll get back to them unless the chat goes way too far. Or you can drop a super chat as mentioned. Although I think I made sure I'm not missing any questions from TMR members. Okay, so Corey actually is a TMR member, so I got to make sure I answer that. Oh my god, what just happened? Are you kidding me? Are we live? Are we good right now? Okay. I literally, on my mouse, I hit the back button on my mouse. And it went away from the stream. Whew. That was terrifying. Okay. So stupid. So Corey asked, did I ever figure out the empty box from the last stream? No, and what's really weird about last stream, I received a box that was sealed, and I opened it, and there's nothing in it. And I was very confused. And then I went to go check the tracking number after the stream, and it was from a package I received like 2 years ago. But I don't know why that mailer would have been returned to... I don't know why that would have been in the stack of boxes by my door. So the answer, there's no real... I don't have an answer to that. It's really kind of a mystery still. What's up, Lone Wolf? All right, I'm very excited to hear this. This is the new anniversary edition. I think it's on like a peach marble vinyl. This is Pearl Jam Versus, a 10 out of 10 record. I had someone message me who's a store regular, and he told me that he got his copy, and it sounds unbelievably good. I have not looked up the general consensus on if this sounds better than the original or the represses, but I'm very excited to give this a listen because it's just a great record. And if it does sound better, I guess it's like if this is remastered for vinyl and it sounds better than the other versions, then that would be sick. So very, very hopeful that that's going to be the definitive version of Pearl Jam Versus. I suppose we'll find out. Oh, this was a rabbit hole I started to go down. Okay. How am I going to explain this? So, if you guys are fans of Nujabes, this is actually, I believe it's on Hideout, which is Nujabes' label. I could be wrong, but I think this album is. If not this one, some of his stuff is. Yep. See that? Hideout Productions. That is Nujabes' label. And this is a guy whose name is Kenmochi Hidefumi. I'll put it right here, so take a screenshot if you want. Kenmochi Hidefumi. This is basically incredible jazzy hip-hop beats from somebody who has a very similar sonic style to Nujabes, but is different enough where it feels like it's its own thing. I believe this is just a sampler of this full record. I think it's like only 5 or 6 of the tracks. But this album, Felicia, is so good. And, you know, Ken Mochi has a bunch of stuff that is not on vinyl, which is criminal. And he has a couple other records that I would like to track down. But the second I heard this, I was like, ooh, this is directly in my wheelhouse. This is like exactly what I look for. So, yes, this is an awesome album. And if you like Nujabes, do yourself a favor and please listen to this album. It's so good. It's so good. This might also be another one of his records here, because this is from Japan, this package, it looks like, and I ordered a couple other things. Yeah, okay. So here we go. This is just a bunch of kind of a more obscure music that hopefully y'all be able to get with. So this is Small Circle of Friends, Studio 75 Hand. Just another really, really good Japanese kind of down-tempo pop album. I forget, there's somebody who's involved with this record. It might be Iwama Hiroto. I can't remember, but there's somebody I love who was involved in Small Circle of Friends, the group, and I found some of their stuff because of that. And I can't remember who it is now. I don't know why. But their stuff is very, very hard to find in the States, so I had to import this from Japan. So good. And like I said, I knew there was another one. This is also Kenmochi Hidefumi. This is Tiger Lily. Again, incredible jazzy hip-hop beats. I can't believe I didn't know who this guy was for so long, but I went down a rabbit hole one night and I just basically picked up whatever vinyl I could that was you know, fairly affordable. And with this one, I ordered 3 separate things because I wanted to cut the shipping down. And finally, we have an album by the great Funky DL, which is an amazing hip hop MC who collaborated a lot with Nujabes. Nujabes actually produced a track on this record, but this is When Love Is Breaking Down. He's just one of my favorite. So Funky DL is actually he's featured on a lot of Nujabes tracks, and he's also featured on a track on Marcus D's Melancholy Hopeful, which I pressed on my label. So if you don't know Funky DL, he has a huge catalog. It's definitely worth going down. And yeah, really excited for all 3 of these. I need more hours in the day to listen to all these records I'm getting. You know? There's too many. If you know what I mean. All right. What have we here? Who's going to super chat me so I can buy myself some lunch today? Who's going to do that? I mean, I could buy myself lunch anyway, but who's going to super chat me some lunch today? I'm trying to eat. I haven't had food in like 24 hours. I'm starving. I don't remember why I ordered this. This is Ride the Lightning Walmart exclusive. Maybe I wanted to hear it, how it sounded comparatively to my version. I don't know. I genuinely don't remember why I ordered that, but you can never have too many Metallica records in the store. I feel like those are always a pretty safe bet. Eat a sandwich, man. I love a sandwich. Lyle, what's the best sandwich in Portland, in your opinion? Because there are some damn good sandwiches out here. The other night, went to Basilisk. That fried chicken sandwich is next level. Alright, I ordered these. Alex, I don't even think I told you about this. I ordered these like on impulse because I was like, I didn't want to miss them, and they were expensive, but I feel like even if I don't end up keeping them, which I think I will because they're great, this will definitely go up in price. These are 2 represses of the Donnas, but I got the Wax Mage variants of them. So let's open them up. I love when Wax Mage gets... I'm just going to start ignoring Adam's comments in here, because he's always trolling. I love Wax Mage stuff, and I love when Wax Mage works with bigger artists that aren't just like super, super hyper unknowns. So, I mean, the Donnas are huge. So, let's take a look at these Wax Mages and see how they look. Real Gone Music pressed these, and I love Real Gone Music, one of my favorite new labels. Okay, I see you. Very pretty. It's a beautiful design. I think the other one's even cooler though. So we have this one right here. All right, first super chat. Let's go. Heart Like a Sky says, when will you be doing your top 10 albums of 2023? So it's funny you say that. I mentioned it before you got here. I'm working on the video, and it should be out in December. I have the list, I think, finalized, but I have to actually make the video. You looked for the $250,000 super chat, and you couldn't find it. Yeah, sometimes they disable it, but if it does come back up, please feel free to use it if you'd like. Wax Mage does make some beautiful records. I had the privilege of working with Heath over at Wax Mage for 2 of my releases on my label, Marcus D and Fort Vine, and both of them were just such good experiences. Like, Heath is a genius. Okay, this one's going to be wild. This one's going to be wild. Are y'all ready? Oh my god. What? What? There's like glitter inside of the Wax Mage. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can get the angle right. That's crazy. Now that's what I call sparkly. That's rad. Very, very excited. Let me answer Janosha's super chat, by the way. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. How did I manage to sell the Record Store Day Black Friday releases I had in store? How was that day in general? The wall records were crazy. All right, I'll talk about Black Friday for a second because I think I want to do a video about Black Friday, or about Record Store Day in general, I should say. So, first of all, Record Store Day weekend and Small Business Saturday was one of our biggest weekends that we've ever had. It was a great, great weekend. Everybody came out and supported. So many of the super, super rare stuff we put on the wall, like the 9 Inch Nails, the Alice in Chains, the Aphex Twin, they flew off the wall in like minutes or seconds even. The first people in the door were like... So we did very well with the records that we curated for Record Store Day, for Black Friday. The actual titles on the list, I probably spent about $1,000 at my distro to get a handful of copies of about 16 titles, the ones that I thought were very cool. And I will say that we have probably sold a total of 10 albums, maybe, from all the records we got. And I probably got, over 50. So, very disappointed in how the Record Store Day titles performed. I feel like I probably won't participate in the future because it's just a waste of money. I'd rather put that $1,000 towards a bunch of really cool out-of-print records to get people excited. So I'm going to talk about that in my video. I'm also going to talk about tips that I have to make Record Store Day better, because right now I feel like it's really circling the drain, kind of lowest hanging fruit. But yes, overall, it was a great day for the shop. Bad day for the RSD titles. Those are just sitting there now, and I have just a bunch of them, and no one's going to buy them. Even though they're good. I mean, I might have to discount them, which sucks, because the margins are so low. There was one title, I forget which one it was, where it was like, MSRP was like 28, and my cost was like 22 or something. And I was like, this is insane. Like, this is not, like, how can anyone justify this? And then there's the whole Noah Kahan thing, where literally not a single person who goes to the store asked me to order it. And then after the fact, everybody's freaking out that I don't have it and calling me like, do you have the Noah Kahan? And now it's going for like $200. And I'm like, why didn't no one let me know ahead of time? So, frustrating. This is an exciting one. This is the Asthmatic Kitty Special Edition of Michigan, which is supposed to be a beautiful variant. I'm going to open this now and take a look at it. Michigan is one of my favorite records. Sufjan is one of my top artists of all time. Has anyone got this variant and listened to it? Because Asthmatic Kitty, as much as I love the albums they put out and as much as I adore Sufjan, their releases usually sound like total ass, like absolutely garbage. The Age of Odds they just put out is one of the worst sounding records I've ever heard. Just noisy as all hell. Non-fill, just garbage. So I am terrified that this Michigan is going to sound bad too, and I've actually been dreading going to the Discogs comments to look and see if the sentiment is that it sounds awful. But the colors were so beautiful. Let's take a look and see if they live up to the mock-up. Ooh, that's nice. That actually is very similar to the Fort Vine release that I did for their third record. It kind of has a similar aesthetic to that. But very beautiful splatter on this one. And I think the other one is like even cooler if I remember correctly. Yeah, about as cool. Very beautiful variant. I mean, like, very delicate and yeah, I think these look great. But the real question is, you can actually there's like little wisps in there too, which is nice. It's not just, it's kind of like these yeah, this one's actually pretty beautiful. I like this. The question is, does it sound like butt? Does it sound terrible? Because I have no faith in Asthmatic Kitty anymore when it comes to pressing records. Every single time I'm disappointed, and I feel like every time I go back and I'm like, maybe this will be the time, and it never is. So has anyone picked up that variant of Sufjan, and have you listened to it, and is it good? These are all questions that I'm very curious about. This is a heavy package. What is this? This is mighty. Alex just sent me some food for lunch, some money for lunch. That's very nice of you, Alex. Thank you. This is a hefty mailer. All right. Oh, right. I forgot I ordered these. And again, this is another situation where I hope that these sound good. So, two of the best post-rock albums ever, Explosions in the Sky. We have The Earth Not a Cold Dead Place, and Those Who Tell the Truth Shall Die, Those Who Tell the Truth Shall Live Forever. Amazing records. This is still not on a gatefold. I don't understand how this record, only the first press of this is a gatefold. I don't know why they, look how thick that is, and it's not a gatefold, which is wild. Amazing albums, and unfortunately, this album, which has so many beautiful, quiet, contemplative parts, is objectively a noisy record. The first press, the repress, everything is noisy. Like, I had a first press of this, the gatefold. It goes for like $80, and I listened to it, and I didn't want to keep it because it was so noisy. And this album doesn't deserve noise. So I'm really hoping, this is on red vinyl, this is on purple vinyl. I'm really hoping that these were remastered and they're quiet. Temporary Residence Limited is another one of those labels where they're very hit or miss. They put out that Illuvium box set, and those records are extremely noisy for music that is the most quiet ambient piano music ever. So I got these on faith that they're going to sound better than the original presses. I suppose we'll find out. But yes, I'm really hoping that they really knock this one out of the park. Alex ate all the food in the fridge. Yeah. Eating all my peach yogurts. I didn't even get one. This is a video game one that no one would even know the game, and it's also under embargo, but it's obscure. All right. What do we got here? Why do people put these things in here? Like, this is just gonna be a mess for me to clean up. This is not. Whenever I order a Taylor Swift record, she puts all those little purple stars in there, and I open it, and then there's just frickin' purple stars all over my house. So this is cool, but also frustrating. So I told you guys about this, but Liquid Death, the water company, they put out a series of albums that were basically hate comments they received online turned into songs. And the first two volumes were out of print, very hard to find. The first one was going for triple digits, the second one was going for like 50 to 80, and the third one was in stock still. First one was death metal, second one was more of like a punky metal sound, like, and then the third one was 80s synth pop. And this is, they just announced that they were doing a box set of all three, and that's after I paid a premium for volume 2. So I wanted this because the price was extremely reasonable for all three. It was like $50 or $60, which is kind of crazy these days, especially when two of them were out of print. So I got this, and then I guess I'm gonna have to sell the other ones in the store. I think it's so funny though. Like, just all of this whole art right here is just hate comments they've received on what looks like to be Facebook. Like, and then they make songs out of them. Like, worst name for a water company ever. Your marketing department had one job. So douchey. These guys really Googled how to sell water to weird-ass people in first world countries. Like, so funny, and I just love that they don't take themselves seriously at all, and they're worth so much money. It's crazy. But I think the music is actually pretty fun. And, yeah, Liquid Death, greatest hates. So funny. So cool. Unexpected box set. You know, I thought I was going to be trying to track down that first one for a long time, but although the first one's definitely not as much my bag as it is Alex's, because it's more death metal, and I'm still dipping my toe in death metal, like barely, like my toenail is in it. Imagine Taylor herself dumping stars in Matt's records. Yeah, I'm sure Taylor Swift is packing those records. I'm sure she has the time. All right. Well, here we are. This is the big drama on the internet these days. Long-awaited reissues of Jellyfish. Their first 2 records. Originals go for over 100 usually if they're in good condition. Awesome power pop from the 90s. There are certain people online that are making videos and statements that these are some of the worst sounding records they've ever heard, blah, blah, blah. And I went to the Discogs listing and I saw a bunch of comments saying that they sound excellent. So I'm equating this without having listened. I'm going to listen and maybe I'll weigh in. Probably not, because I hate the stupid audiophile drama online. Like the MoFi stuff makes me want to just like jump off a cliff onto like a spike. It's just like, it's so stupid to me. But I equate it to the MoFi stuff in the sense of just like audiophiles trying to just be kind of obnoxious. Like, there were multiple comments on these saying that they sounded great for reissues, and they really were awesome. They sound great. And then there's audiophiles that are like, they sound horrible, the CD's way better, and like, these are a disaster. I feel like the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle, but does it really require making a big statement about how bad they sound? Now, I could eat my words and listen to these and be like, wow, they sound really bad, but I just don't think there would be Discogs comments saying they sound great if they sounded bad. That's just how I feel. Maybe if you're listening on your $14,000 turntable and listening for every imperfection and difference as opposed to just enjoying the music, which I think is something that a lot of people forget to do in this hobby. But I'm excited to own these, and I'm sure they're not going to sound atrocious enough for me to make a damning statement. That's my assumption. Nick says, I liked them, and I trust Nick's opinion over so many people on the internet in terms of music. I'm sure it's not the greatest sounding version it could be, but I'm sure it's fine. And the fact that I paid combined for the 2 of them less than I would have paid for one of them, I'm pretty happy about that. And finally, last record of this stream. 2 records. I ordered both variants because I'm a crazy person. Cartel Collider, baby. They did 2 variants. They did a blue one to match the blue on the cover, but I think that this one is just the definitive variant for this. This is what it should be. But this is not quite as good as their magnum opus Chroma, but in terms of the pop punk lexicon, I don't know if that's the right word. The pop punk, the world of pop punk, Cartel is leaps and bounds above most. And Collider is an extremely catchy, really fun record. And it's not as good as Chroma, but it's definitely a solid 8. It's a great record. And I own an original press. It's signed by the singer Will. So now I have to decide if I'm going to keep this cool variant or the signed one. I'll probably keep both because, I don't know. I'm also a collector. You know how this goes. But yeah, Cartel. They're awesome. I saw them a while ago. I'd love to see them again, so I'm hoping that I can catch a show of theirs sometime next year. I know they're playing a few things. They're playing When We Were Young Fest, playing Chroma in full, which is awesome. All right, so now let me go back and answer some questions. There were a bunch of questions earlier that I ignored because I was in the midst of trying to do the unboxing. So let me see if I can scroll up. Hold on. Pop this chat out real quick. Hopefully the people are still in here who asked the questions before. All right. Where are we? Has the Discog scamming thing ended? You found a $200 record for $90 and you pulled the trigger. The scamming has not ended. I still see fake accounts all the time. It's going to be case by case, though. You're really going to have to kind of dig in and figure out. Go look at their listings. Do they have a lot of things listed for underpriced? The scammers don't just put one thing up. They put up hundreds or at least 50 items that are all rare and underpriced. So if you see someone with an inventory like that, it's fake. That's the best way to do it. What's the band I said sounds like LCD and Nine Inch Nailed? Model Actress. Model/ACTRIZ. Oh, Blakely. What's up? I love you too. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? Questions. You noticed I have a ton of Vinyl Me Please in the bins. Do I stock them or did I acquire a collection? So we acquired multiple collections this year that had a lot of Vinyl Me Please, and Goose and I were like, we should just do it all at once. Like, we trickled some of the titles out, but we had so many that we were like, why don't we just do Vinyl Me Please, Mobile Fidelity, and Analog Production stuff on Black Friday and just put them in the bins. So we did that. So when you came, that's why you saw such a concentration of them. We have even more, too, in the back. What's the 411 on the Crates scamming artists update? Well, I'll give you guys a little update. It's not really too much, but it's a nugget of information. I actually went straight to Jazzy to ask if my records have been pressed, like the two like the Milk record and the Fort Vine. I was like, here's my info. Has this record been pressed? And they were like, talk to your broker. And I was like, my broker is not responding with any concrete information, and they're blowing me off, and I think they're going out of business. And they were like, okay, we'll reach out to them. So they reached out to Crates, which then forced Crates to send me a message and say, we heard that you reached out to GZ. Like, what we can tell you is that the records have been pressed. We're just still dealing with these shipping logistics issues, blah, blah, blah. I didn't believe them. So I reached out to GZ and I was like, hey, they said the records have been pressed. Can you please confirm that these records have been pressed? And GZ said, yes, the albums exist. They are pressed. They are sitting somewhere, not being shipped. So that gave me a little bit of hope about the Milk and the Fort Vine releases on my label, that they exist, and that hopefully those will eventually go out when Crates sorts their shit out. The Goose record, I still don't have a test pressing of, so I'm a little concerned about that one. But I'm just taking it day by day, just waiting for more information as it comes. Hopefully the new Snoop Dogg shows up soon. Yeah, Blakely, I just saw it got shipped recently. Am I familiar with the eBay seller Movie Mars? Movie Mars, I think, is in the same world as like Rare Waves. It's like these sellers that are basically either offshoots or affiliated with like deep discount and import CDs. I think it's just one company that runs all of this under different aliases, is my guess. Did I order the Urban Outfitters press of Carey and Lowell? I did, because I was hopeful that it would be an improvement, because they said it was going to be an improvement. Mine has not come in yet, but I'm glad that it's a huge improvement, because the original Carey and Lowell sounds not great, and it needs to be a silent press. How is the Golden Ticket promo going? Thank you, Adam, for a real question and not just making fun of me. The Golden Ticket promo for the store is going fantastically. I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram, but I posted a reel that Goose and I are doing a Willy Wonka Golden Ticket thing where people can enter for $10 or turn in a full punch card for 2 tickets, and there's going to be 2 winners. Both winners get a private after-hours dig through the entire back of the TMR store with a pool of store credit to do it with. And the more people that enter, the more store credit they're going to get. Right now, the credit pot is up to like $3 or $3.50. And we still have 2 more weeks of the raffle. We have a bunch of people that have entered. People are really excited about it, which is great. So I'm really stoked to see who wins. Spotify Wrapped Top 5. It's funny. There's something in my Spotify Wrapped that I don't know what it is. Here, I'll show you. I don't know what... Is this not going to be... Is this too blurry? It's too blurry. My top artists for this year were The National, go figure, Chill Select. I don't know what Chill Select is. Sufjan Stevens, Iron Maiden, and Vampire Weekend. That all checks out. Yeah, I didn't listen to a ton of streaming this year. I listened to a lot of Pod Meets World because I'm a big Boy Meets World fan, and then I just stream the national records when I'm driving, like basically consistently. So that's why they're number one. I listen to more records than anything else. Nick says, I thought you got banned from Urban Outfitters. That's true. I think that something over the years in their back end changed, and I'm finally able to order from them again. I feel like I beat their system. Did I listen to the fantastic Romy album? I have not. I'm actually curious about it. I listened to the Oliver Sim record and it bored me to tears. The first track's great, but the rest lost me. Urban randomly canceled your Carrie and Lowell pre-order today. That's devastating. I hope that mine doesn't get canceled. That would be awful. I'm going to check my email real quick. Chill Select sounds like a playlist. That might be. Oh, you know what it might be? Chill Select might be the playlist I play when I'm doing like whatnots, because I play lo-fi hip-hop in the back. That's a good point. That's probably what it is. Man, I really hope that they don't cancel my Carrie and Lowell. Andrew McLavy, thank you so much for joining the TMR family. Enjoy your little icon, and I'll answer all your questions whenever possible. Any gigs before the end of the year? Well, we just saw Depeche Mode, which was amazing. I don't think there's any other shows I have. I know tomorrow I'm going to a comedy show. Alex and I are going to see Anthony Jeselnik. I'm a big fan. So I'm very, very excited for that. But I don't think there's any other shows happening this year that I can think of. So many people got theirs canceled. Man, now I'm nervous. Like, I don't remember seeing a cancel. I ordered it pretty fast. Yeah, I still have my thank you for your order. Like, I don't have a cancellation email. I'm going to the order to see if it says canceled. Mine doesn't say cancel, but it says back ordered for all of them. Is that a cancellation? It says back ordered, expected to ship on 11/23. That already passed. I can't see on my screen. Back ordered doesn't mean canceled, right? Yours says back ordered and it's still shipped. Okay, that's good. That gives me some hope then. Should be mandatory that someone buys Veruca Salt in the Golden Ticket promo. That's actually funny, Adam. I think there might be a Veruca Salt album in the back. Maybe I'll give it to the winner, just as like a gift. That's pretty funny. Suicidal Tendencies playing Roseland on Friday. Yeah, but it's Roseland. To get me to go to Roseland, it needs to be the only opportunity to see one of my favorite artists. I can't stand that venue. I hate when artists I love go there, and I'm just like, anywhere else would have been better. Nick says, how was your Thanksgiving? It was really good. Did a Friendsgiving. It was actually with two regulars who come in the shop, and they invited Alex and me to go, and it was great. Alex and I made crab rangoon, which is our signature our dish, and then the host made matzo ball soup along with the turkey and everything, and it was it was so delicious, and it was so unexpected. What's wrong with Roseland? Here's what's wrong with the Roseland Theater. A, it's in a really kind of bad part of town, so walking around out there, you get harassed by people, and it's kind of sketchy, especially late at night. B, the parking's terrible on that side of town, so you have to Uber, basically. C, the sound is horrible. It's either the vocals sound bad or the instruments sound muddy. There's never a consistent thing. 4, Yeah, the bathrooms are really inconvenient to get to. 5, you can only drink upstairs. You can't bring your drink down, and there's a line because there's like a little like a staircase to get up to the top area with the bar, and there's always a line to get up there. And when you get up there, it's like packed and really hot, and you can only drink your drink up there. You can't bring it downstairs. It's just the worst venue. Everything about it is horrible, like from the layout to the execution. And so many bands play there, and it breaks my heart because it's just like it's everything about it is just it's a nightmare. It's just, yeah, not a fan. You have to go sometimes. You have to go, but I try not to because it's bad. Yeah, Chris and I were at the Newfound Glory Sticks and Stones show, and it's just like, yeah, Chris, I think you left to get a drink at some point, and I didn't see you for like an hour. Like it was like. It is impossible to enjoy yourself. Like, sometimes you just want to stand at the stage with a beer. And you can't do that at the Roseland. You have to stand in a hot, stuffy upstairs. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Do we have any other questions today for this stream? You have me as a captive audience. Question me. Otherwise, I'm going to start getting ready for all the crazy stuff I got to do today. Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, the 50-point turn to get out of the parking. Yeah, that lot was terrible. Since moving to Portland, have I been to the auditorium? What is the auditorium? I'm going to say no because I'm not familiar. They close off the line when the upstairs gets full, so if you have ticketed seats upstairs but have to use the bathroom, you're forced to stand in the line until it clears out. Oh, that's horrible. Thoughts on Kanye's Vultures song? The Ty Dolla $ign and Kanye song Vultures. I listened to it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. The production wasn't bad on it. I didn't love it. Hi, dude. Do you play your records while drunk? Well, I don't really get drunk that much anymore. I can't remember the last time I was truly drunk. When I was in my mid-20s and I was intoxicated, I don't think I listened to records. I think if I was out and about and I was drinking and I came home, I wasn't like, I'm going to spin a record. I think I was like, I'm going to eat something and watch TV or go to sleep. So my first thought when listening to records when I'm drinking is not to do it. So no, but that sounds like an easy way to scratch your records or drop them, or yeah, maybe subconsciously in my brain I know that's not a good combo, so I just like stonewall myself from doing it. The art space Dandy Warhols owns. No, I haven't been to the auditorium. That sounds cool though. I should check that out. Is it just like open all the time, or do they do the exhibits? All right, final thoughts before it's time for me to go run a billion errands and then go price stuff at the store. Remember, if you all want one of these, not tie-dyed, but white, purple, or black, we have some more left. I'm trying to blow them out, and because we have new shirts coming in today. Different design. I'll be revealing it today on Instagram. So, yeah. Am I done with Whatnot after Monday? I think I'm basically done with Whatnot. I that was not a fun stream for me. It felt like people were not very nice and no one was really bidding, and it just felt really cold and hollow. It used to be fun like this. Like these streams that we do on here are very conversational and fun for me. I enjoy them. I look forward to them. Whatnot, I dread because I feel like I go on there and I just am like, what do you guys want me to run? And everyone's just like, it just doesn't feel like a community to me. And I don't know. It just seems like a bunch of people that are desperate to get records significantly underpriced. And that to me is not fun as someone who has a brick and mortar store. So I'm probably done. With Whatnot. I might do one more or two down the road if there's a good reason, but not for me. Is Kanye relevant anymore? I mean, he's not currently, but if he drops an album, he'll be right back in the conversation, despite all of the terrible things he says, just because it's Kanye. Very thankful for the Nathan Davis deal. Nick, I'm so happy that went to you. If someone else got that, I would have been a little devastated, because I spent $115 on that. And I thought in my head I could get like $150, $175 in the store. I think that was a little aspirational. I think it was probably more of like an $120, $140 record, probably somewhere in there. You got it for a steal, and you deserve it, Nick. So I'm very happy. I know you're a huge jazz fan. It's a really hard record to come by. So very happy you got it, and not some person who has no idea who I am and just like got a steal off of me. You know what I mean? Yeah, lots of small TMR shirts left. I ordered too many smalls. If you have small friends, buy them from me. They're great shirts. They're super soft. No one on Whatnot cares unless you're doing giveaways or selling things for cheap. It's true. It's true. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining me for this stream. I will be doing some videos before the end of the year. I have a bunch of great ones in my head. I just have to find time to make them. But I look forward to showing you guys those. And then I'm actually very excited for the Holy Grail video for next year, where I talk about what I was able to find this year and my grails for next year. I think that's going to be one of my favorite videos. I'm so excited for it. But thank you guys and gals and frogs and everybody. Till next time, have a great day.